Hi everyone, my name is Steph, this is the Novelty Corner. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with my September TBR, and this month I'm changing it up again, doing something a little bit different because September is my birthday month. I will be getting another year closer to 40 this year. I'm not quite there yet. My birthday always falls in the last week of term, so right around the middle of September. I'm excited this year, one, because I'll be going into holidays. I've got hockey finals beforehand, and then I've got rare at the end of the month, or at the start of October, so kind of September is a month where there's a lot of things happening in and around it, but for the most part is pretty smooth sailing. I also have a week off at the start of the month where I can just do whatever I want, which is probably going to just be reading a lot of books. And what I decided to do this month, instead of following my usual plan of a TBR and how I organize things, although I will probably in the back of my mind still create a TBR like that, but I'm doing a birthday bingo board for myself this month because why not? It's my birthday and I'm going to have some fun with it. This is my bingo board. It is full of my favorite things, because of course it is. And I have started compiling a bunch of things to read. We are just going to go left to right, top to bottom across this bingo board, and I'm going to tell you what I'm planning on reading. There are only 9 things on this list. That's because I plan to mood read for everything else, and I'm totally fine with that. So the first square is to reread a favorite. You guys know I love rereads, and in fact there are multiple rereads on this TBR, but this is the one that I'm picking for this particular square, and that is The Bones Beneath My Skin by TJ Klune. This is a sci-fi story, and I have not read it in literal years. I've talked about it a lot. I keep putting it on TBRs. I'm going to read it in September. Then we have a Tal Bauer book, because you guys know I love Tal Bauer, and I'm slowly winding down the backlist, which is depressing, but I also definitely want to do it because then I can go into all my rereads for them. And I'm going to read Hush by Tal Bauer. I think the suggestion is to read this before Whisper. I don't know if that's just because I don't think they're connected, but this might be the publication order. Anyway, I'm going to read Hush. Going off of the cover and the fact that I haven't read the synopsis of it because it's just Tal Bauer, I just bought the book. I'm assuming it is romantic suspense. That's all I need to know. Then for a hockey romance, I could have gone with something new, but quite frankly, I want to reread this book, so I'm rereading. It is Role Model by Reid. This book is probably my favorite book in the series, but it's been a while since I read the whole series and I want to go back and just read this one. I did reread Heated Rivalry last month. A lot of people that I follow have been going through this series recently, so it's been in my feed a lot, and they've just reminded me how much I love this story. So I want to go back, I want to reread it, and I want to annotate it. Then I have Idiots to Lovers, because quite frankly, that is one of my favorite things to read, because who doesn't love an Idiots to Lovers story? And I'm planning on reading High Demon by Louisa. Now, I don't know specifically that this is Idiots to Lovers, but it is a trope that she employs quite often, so I'm counting it regardless. It's one of the few paranormal romance series of hers that I have not started yet. There are 2 books in the series, and it would be fun to read this one before I pick up my physical copy at Rare. Then for audiobook, I'm planning on reading Formula Fling by Sawyer Bennett. I picked this up really cheaply from her website recently, and I'm currently in the process of reading through some F1 and racing romance books, so I thought this one would be fun to try as an audiobook, although I do think I also have the ebook. Then for continuous series, I'm going to pick something off the Vino and Veritas series that I'm currently reading through. I think I've maybe got 7 or 8 books still left to read in that series. They're really quick reads. I haven't quite decided which book specifically I'm going to read yet. It's just going to be whatever is next really on my reading list. Then for my Nalini Singh square, this could technically go one of 2 ways, because I still have not read the most recent Side Changeling or Side Trinity book yet, but I'll also technically have Archangel's Kiss to read, which is the second book in the Guild Hunter series for the Guild Hunters read along. That is also a potential. I've just realized I've forgotten a book. I'll get it in a minute. Then I have a new to me author square, because I always like trying new authors, and this is author whose book I got in a swag bag. I don't know anything about the author, only that the book description makes it sound like the TV show Highlander, and it is Secrets of the Highwayman by Sara, Mackenzie. So I think Australian author. It is set in both 1814 and the present day. I'm very curious to try it. And then for a queer book, I don't know who picked up on the fact that this was in the book stack, and maybe you've worked out what it is. I'm going to reread the rest of the story by Tal Bauer, my favorite book of all time, because I was looking at my notes and I haven't reread it since December in 2024. So it's clearly time for a reread. Clearly, I mean, that's just the way that my brain functions, right? Sorry if the camera angle has changed. I had to go and get the missing book, which is not part of the bingo board, but is part of a read-along announcement that I made recently, and that is The Inheritance by Ilona Andrews. This is their most recent sci-fi release. This one introduces the characters. The romance is not really a thing at this stage in the story, but we are going to be, and by we I mean Heather, Megan, Izzy, Robin and I are going to be talking about The Inheritance in the second week of September. I think it will be the 13th of September for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere. It will be the 14th of September for me here in Australia. And yeah, we're going to talk about it. I've already read this. I haven't reviewed it yet, but I have read it, and I will be rereading the physical copy so I can annotate it, because I absolutely loved it. That's not a spoiler, because it's Ilona Andrews and I love Ilona Andrews. This book is a lot of fun if you like sci-fi and portals and monsters and survival stories. This will also be reread early in September. And so that is my set TBR for the month, so we technically have 10 books, and just a lot of other things that I need to read. In the comments, I'd love to know, what are you planning on reading in September? Feel free to let me know down below. Are you joining for any of the read-alongs, Guild Hunters, The Inheritance? Otherwise, if you want to let me know that you're here but you don't leave a comment, feel free to leave any kind of birthday-themed emoji, like a balloon or a birthday cake or whatever, because it's my birthday month and I'm going to have fun this month because I'm finally starting to feel a little bit better, which is great. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that wherever you're in the world, you're staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.